Why is the water so nasty? Well, let me bring in my colleague, Dave Malkoff. He actually has a water sample. Dave just got into town. He's going to relieve me so I can get home and get some rest after this adventure.
You need it, don't you?
And you were actually out there near the floodwaters today.
Yeah, and we've been hearing about nothing more than just the water. So we scooped up a bunch of it here. And look at that. They are saying that there is 10 times the amount of bacteria in that water that a human should be living in. And there are about 10,000 people who are living in this right now. Those people should be off the street by 6 o'clock. That is enforced by these guys. Just before the military enforced curfew,
it's pretty sad, actually. I mean, that people want to stay in this. But
the streets of the French Quarter are alive with the people who stuck it out.
I stayed with my boyfriend who lives in the Pontalba Apartments. It's the oldest apartment building in the United States. Yeah, it's right on the river.
Wow. And what she saw as the storm came over that river is the stuff of tall tales.
I saw water coming straight up from the ground. I've never seen like vertical sprays of water coming up, and I'm looking from the balcony down. We're on the 3rd floor, and I'm looking down saying, how's that water doing that? Where is that coming from? And I couldn't figure it out.
The wonders of upside-down rainfall only scratch the surface when it comes to Katrina's legend, and Ellen Harris is about as New Orleans as you can get.
My family goes back 5 generations right here in New Orleans. To see it in this condition, I can't tell you how emotional it is. It's absolutely tragic.
A tragedy captured on the digital card inside Ellen's pocket camera.
Kind of wreckage, and this is at St. Louis Cathedral. There's a sign up there that says Jesus swept with a broom, encouraging people to get out and sweep and clean up. And that's the site of a large explosion at 4:30 a.m., which woke me up about a week ago. It's along the Mississippi River in the Bywater district.
Well, there was that fire that woke her up. There was another earlier this afternoon right across the river. And then there was the first fire right after Katrina, possibly set inside this shoe store. There's been days and days since this hurricane, but still, listen to this. The sprinklers are still running. A sign that this ain't over yet.
So many layers when you ride down and you see this, and it's difficult.
Well, the military is out here. They are not enforcing that mandatory evacuation order, but they could. All the mayor has to do is give the word.
Well, from Cary, our team coverage moves now to New Orleans.
CBS 4's Dave Malkoff is there live with the latest on the evacuations. Dave.
Yeah, we drove down here a few days ago with a convoy of food from Miami-Dade County. Let me show you what's happening right here in the French Quarter. These trucks have lined up all the way down this street, and these trucks are actually from Seattle and the Northwest. They are carrying food, and it is much needed here because there are still about 10,000 people here in the city. The goal is to get those people to leave as fast as possible. This is the way, the only way, to find the dead and the die-hard, the people who still refuse to leave.
No, I think the people need to get out. There's too much disease in this water.
This is the New Orleans Police Department's way of kindly asking people in these homes to get out. You see the chopper is above looking for people. We are below, driving through the flooded street. Last time they were here in boats, and they couldn't find anybody. Now, they're finding people piece by piece, and to them, it's a little surprising. Here on the 9th Ward, on the east side of New Orleans, is where we found this woman, looking very dehydrated and worn out. She accepted our water, but denied our ride out. At this point, that is her choice. Across town,
Done!
this man was arrested and hauled away. That's because police found him packing a gun.
Kevin, look!
Then there's the story of the pets left behind, hiding under a car, or walking along the porch, as if their owners would be by at any time to pet them.
There are crews from around the country, all over the country. Animal Health has come down with their trucks, and the SPCA, the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Later on the trip, just by a stroke of luck, we ran into the Miami SPCA. They will take the dog and cat we picked up in our caravan.
So if anyone's watching, please call Adopt a Stray. We need fosters, we need people to bring them in.
Pet food, people food, and gasoline. Three things that are very hard to find in New Orleans. Another thing they're not finding is all the bodies they thought they were going to find as the water drained out of the city. The estimate was about 10,000 people they thought may be dead underneath that water. They're not finding that, according to the Homeland Security boss for the city. He won't give us an updated number, though. Live in New Orleans, I'm Dave Malkoff, CBS 4 News Tonight.